Seeing that meat and animal fat is quite low in vitamin A, I'm wondering if consuming high amounts of liver, eggs, dairy not being optimal. There are also foods not available in abundance amongst all evolution. Oh, we always got a bit of vitamin A, and when tribal people cut up an animal, they would cut up little bits of the liver, little bits of the organs, and share them amongst themselves. So they were getting a small multivitamin every day. So because there were not non-interglacial periods, but glacial periods where there were no other plants or anything. So you had to get the vitamin. You couldn't convert it from, carotenoids. So in that regard, you were reliant 100% on animal sources, and people basically got it either from fish like cod liver, which was a number of these countries. That's why their carotenoid conversion dropped to nothing. But if you've got carotenoid conversion, if you're not consuming any vitamin A, you still need to get it. I get it from eggs. Eggs are a very good source of vitamin A. And I have occasionally a bit of liver. I have, pate, liver pate, at least once a week. But I'm not consuming like massive amounts in that regard. And the only reason I do consume, and remember, if you've got fat stores, you will have some retinol stored away as well. So your body, it takes a long while before your body will run low on vitamin A. It's only if you go excessively high on vitamin B, you can run your stores down, because it's a cofactor for a lot of things. So where vitamin A is used in a lot of enzymes, as vitamin D is also a cofactor, or the other way around, to each other. Plays primary or secondary role. So you still need, but we do have stored stuff in the liver. And obviously, as carnivores, depending on what we're eating and all that, it can vary seasonally as well. Our health situation, if we get sick or in a skin infection or whatever, our vitamin A requirement goes up. If we don't, it doesn't go up. It stays stored in our fat cells and in our livers. So it really depends. And if you've got healthy liver, it's not going to end up in your bloodstream. If you've got fibrotic damaged liver, which is what modern people have in many cases, it's much harder to store retinol and can become a problem. So it's much more nuanced in that regard. So it's not, and humans did consume. Yeah, I know that Stefansson said they didn't consume any organ meats in that regard, but they didn't need to. They consumed a lot of the seal fats and other fats from whales, which is much higher in vitamin A, in retinol. So they didn't have to, and they consumed certain fish as well, like cod and stuff like that. So they got it from other sources. So it's not completely and all that. Now, there are carotenoids inside muscle meat, and they can be converted to retinol as well. So if you've got good carotenoid capacity, yeah. But as I said to you as well, why I disagree with paleomedicina, I don't believe in high doses of vitamin A are required on a carnivore diet, as humans. But we do require a bit. We do require some. And if we have extra and we've got healthy livers and healthy adipose tissue, we store the excess. So it's not a problem. The only time it becomes a problem is when you're actually just pumping it in like there's no tomorrow, or you're not getting, for a very long period, hardly any. So that's the problem. Humans basically would have eaten a bit of organ meat here and there. Occasionally they would have cut. You see it with tribal people. They always cut a bit and actually have it like a multivitamin. So we've always got a bit from different sources, but not excessive amounts. That's the only difference. Like, people have this nose to tail, they go crazy on liver, or they basically consume nothing other than muscle meats and all that, which may be fine for most people, especially if people have carotenoid conversion capacity. But if people have poor carotenoid conversion capacity, like the Irish and people like that, then you probably need a bit more retinol in the diet. And that's how they used to get it, from cod liver, So it wasn't causing them any problems until the modern era, when we deranged other things. So you need to be careful how we nuance things. It's not a black and white. It's somewhere more grey in the sense with our nutrients. And when you're biohacking there, or you're trying to fix deficiencies, you may have to go a bit higher with certain things to a certain level, but without going crazy either. So we need to be very careful with these things.